I'm Kaija Pellinen and I live in Virginia, Minnesota. I am a mermaid because I'm half Finn. Hey. Okay, I know that's a terrible joke. I get it, but it's one of my favorites. I am 50% Finn on both sides of my family. My grandparents' parents immigrated to the United States, so we've been here for just over 100 years or so. The other half is primarily British Isles, Scottish, English, Irish, and they've been here since the Revolutionary War, so I've got a lot of history. The Finnish half came almost directly to Minnesota. Mom's side was Finnish farmers in the Triangle, Sabika, Managa area, and Dad's side came to get money in the mines here on the Iron Range. I love to cook because it brings people together. You know, whether it's sitting around at a table with your family and friends and people you already know and love, or meeting people that you don't know yet. Food teaches us a lot about other people's cultures. We are literally breaking bread, right? So when you sit down with people you don't know, they've got something immediately to discuss. And we all need nutrition. Cooking should be fun and or therapeutic. You know, after a stressful week, there's not much better than coming home and kneading bread for 10 minutes, getting out some aggression perhaps. My go-to comfort food, or ethnic comfort food I suppose, is kalamoyaka, which literally translates in Finnish to fish soup. I like to do a little Minnesota twist on it. I use smoked whitefish that my dad and brothers and I catch every fall in Lake Vermilion. Best with a Finnish rye bread called Sinoda bread, especially if you're using Grandma Ethel's recipe. Minnesota is unique when it comes to culinary options, right? Part of it is because we have so many options as far as food that's already here. Whether that's wild rice, fish, deer, duck, you name it. We either hunt it or we fish it or we grow it if we can. We've got a great growing season for other things that aren't necessarily indigenous to Minnesota. So tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, those sorts of things. We also have a lot of great local meat and produce farms all around the state. So if you go further south, you can get great dairy, or turkey, or goose, or pig, and you can find all those things at your local farmers markets. In the summertime in our house, I don't think there's a single meal that doesn't include something local, whether it's something we fished, hunted, or grew ourselves, or something we bought at the farmer's market. Iron Range settlement is recently young when it comes to Minnesota history, like the late 1800s, right? But all of the foods that our cultures brought, whether you're Italian, whether you were Finnish, whether you were British, and you came here to work in the mines, all of those things mixed with the indigenous foods that were already here. So we've got a lot of great twists on those sorts of things. I'd love to be part of the Great Minnesota Recipe. Cooking is fun, or it should be. And there's so much history when it comes to northern Minnesota food, whether it was brought here or whether it already existed. I want to share my culinary and cultural history and how that melded with what was already here in northern Minnesota. Also, I'm an actor. If I wasn't an actor, I think I probably would have gone to culinary school. So the Great Minnesota Recipe is kind of right up my alley. Takes both those things that I love and combines them into one.